A group of college students, led by their instructor, embarks on a week-long experience of living without smartphones. To fully immerse themselves, they venture deep into a dense forest to camp and adapt to a more primitive lifestyle. As night falls, boredom sets in due to the absence of their phones, and the students quickly retreat to their tents to sleep. One student, unable to adapt, sneaks out to the lakeside to enjoy the scenery. Another student, also struggling with sleep, joins in. They bond over their shared restlessness, spending the night talking. As the night progresses, feelings begin to develop. Eventually, one student returns to the tent while the other, wrapped in a sleeping bag, secretly pulls out a hidden phone, completely immersed in it. Unbeknownst to them, a figure looms from behind. In an instant, the sleeping bag is grabbed and dragged away. By morning, the instructor notices the disappearance and questions the group. Upon investigation, only a half-smoked cigarette is found near the last known location. Another student, wandering near a tree, stumbles upon a shocking discovery: a large amount of blood. Initially mistaken for tree sap, the unsettling scent confirms it to be something far worse. Realizing the gravity of the situation, the instructor proposes splitting up to search for the missing student and regrouping in an hour. If unsuccessful, the plan is to return to base and call for help. Some students stay behind while others set off into the forest. As they walk, one of them sarcastically notes that they are committing a classic horror movie mistake: splitting up. However, not everyone understands the reference. Soon, a cabin appears ahead. Seeking help, they enter cautiously. The space is eerily quiet. Strange noises emerge from beneath the floor. As they lift a hatch, a foul stench fills the air. Determined to check, the instructor and another student descend while one stays above to keep watch. Below, a horrifying sight awaits: the lifeless body of the missing student. Before they can react, more noises echo outside. The group rushes to hide as an unknown figure returns. The instructor forces open a small window, helping one student escape. Just as the next one is about to follow, the figure notices them. A phone rings loudly, drawing attention. Moments later, chilling screams fill the air and a severed head is thrown outside. Meanwhile, two students, unaware of the unfolding horror, chat by the lake. Suddenly, one turns to find the other impaled by a steel rod. Terrified, the survivor runs blindly into the forest and stumbles upon a church. Desperate for help, they beg the priest for assistance and ask to use a phone. The priest explains that a recent storm disrupted the phone lines but assures safety inside. Then, unexpectedly, a phone rings. The survivor awakens tied up, with the priest watching closely. The eerie demeanor suggests something is very wrong. Strange sounds outside prompt the priest to leave momentarily, giving the student a chance to struggle free. Escaping the bindings, they search the area and find an unattended running engine. As they turn back, the unknown figure stands menacingly close. Fleeing, they attempt to hide, but the attempt fails and they are quickly overpowered. Elsewhere, two students continue walking and discover another cabin. Taking a risk, they knock on the door and meet an old man. After hearing their ordeal, the old man shares a dark tale. Years ago, a family lived in the area, a mother and her twin sons. One day, a meteor crashed nearby. Curious, the twins brought it home, unknowingly exposing themselves to its mysterious effects. Over time, they began to change. One morning, the mother found them devouring the family dog. Horrified, she locked them away, feeding them livestock to prevent further harm. As the years passed and her strength faded, she mistakenly trapped herself in the basement, where the twins consumed her alive. The old man offers the students shelter, food, and even a weapon. However, they decide that escape is the only option. Realizing that retrieving the missing student's phone might be their best chance, they head toward the figure's lair. Through a window, they observe the unknown figure eating. A plan forms. One will create a distraction while the other sneaks inside. Executing the plan, one student bangs loudly on the door, drawing the figure away. Seizing the moment, the other enters, finds the body, and retrieves the phone. But the unknown figure returns unexpectedly. In an instant, an attack ensues. Despite efforts to fight back, one student is fatally wounded, their tongue bitten off. The other regains consciousness, chained up with their injured friend nearby. There is no hope of survival for the friend, but a small knife within reach sparks a flicker of hope. With determination, the student picks the lock and frees themselves. Grabbing a machete, they silently approach the sleeping figure. In one swift motion, the nightmare ends. Fleeing into the forest, the survivor eventually spots a patrolling police car and signals for help. The officer offers to drive them to safety. However, as they proceed, the car suddenly hits something. The officer steps out to investigate, leaving the survivor alone. A creeping realization sets in. Danger still lingers. Frantically, the survivor tries to escape but finds the car doors locked. Panic escalates as an axe shatters the sunroof. With quick thinking, the survivor slams on the gas, throwing the attacker off the vehicle. Instead of fleeing, they put the car in reverse, ensuring the nightmare is truly over. Finally safe, the ordeal comes to an end.